about you?
Sorry?
If you could go anywhere in the whole world, where would you go?
I always want to be part of something bigger.
I love that answer.
Something that lasts, that means something. Something more important than life.
Yes. It's written in the stars. I am a star. If I had money, I would only spend it on things that were fun, you know? Not boring things like taxes. I'm just one for everyone to party forever.
When I first moved to LA, signs on all the doors said, no actors or dogs allowed. I changed that.
And now, y'all ready for something different? Whoa! Tranquilo, tranquilo, señor.
You know what we have to do? We have to redefine the form. Map those dreams and print them into history. Look up and say, Eureka! I am not alone.
I'm in so much trouble, Manny.
We have to leave now.
What I do means something.
You thought this town needed you. It's bigger than you.
It's the most magical place in the world.
Listen up! Who wants to see me fight a snake?
Hell yeah!
All right, Shalom.
Let's go. Introducing the Disney Plus Day offer. Only $1.99 for one.
Shalom, first and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakatham. And it's your brother Yerah, man, coming back at you, man, to do a Lord willing, an edifying lesson on this this new movie trailer called Babylon. Now, if you see the trailer, all right, and Lord's willing, I will I'll get one of these as a thumbnail, man, because this is it's highly spiritual, man. When you are watching this trailer and you see and you understand the scriptures, you understand the book of Revelation, you understand the allegory, the metaphor of the term Babylon and how it's used as it pertains to the latter days. Now, we know that this place called America is called spiritually Babylon and Egypt, man. Now, one thing I'm going to go back to, man, you can see what they're doing at the very beginning is cocaine, which is a sorcery, which is a witchcraft, man. And they're basically just talking shit.
About you?
Sorry?
If you could go anywhere in the whole world, where would you go?
I always want to be part of something bigger.
I love that answer.
Something that lasts, that means something. Something more important than life.
Yes. It's written in the stars. I am a star.
Okay, that was very spiritual what she said. It's written in the stars. I am a star. Now, where do we hear this language, man? All right, let's go to Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1, and I'll just start at 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, man? And now we're going to get to the obvious part here of how she's dressed, what she's wearing, what that represents. When we get Revelation, the 17th chapter, 18th chapter, and the parallels of this, what they're trying to do on the left-hand side when you read Exodus, the 39th chapter, and how Esau basically tries to recreate and outdo the Most High on the left-hand side. All right, now let me see here. Let me go back, but it says Obadiah 1:4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Jehovah, man. All right. So you can see his mind is out there in the stars. It's in the heavens. He says it's written in the stars, I am a star. So that's that proud ass behavior that we hear about all throughout the scriptures. All right. You see it again in Isaiah 14. You also see it in Isaiah 47. But let's read Isaiah 14. Start at 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And this witchcraft that they have did very much weaken the nations, man. The whole genre of romantic films has completely destroyed the minds of women. Just that alone, man. All right. You got Esau uses this Babylon as the elder, and I'll allude to his video from the GMS Dallas camp, went into how Hollywood's a Babylonian church. Okay, these are the prophets of Esau, man. Babylon. All right. Notice how that Purge movies came out, and now what do you have? Purge laws being passed. He speaks the things that he's getting ready to do, but it's on the left-hand side through his movies, man. All right. And that's how he weakens nations. All these different philosophies that come out that become popular, they see these quote unquote Hollywood stars do them. And you have to realize what that whole thing means in terms of stars, how they see themselves as stars, the Hollywood star, all of these things, man. The scriptures speak about the stars being innumerable and each star having their own glory. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that real quick, because Esau likes to do this, man. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 14. It says, there is one glory of the sun and another glory of the moon. All right. And they're into all this worship, sun, moon. It says, and another glory of the star, for one star differeth from another star in glory. All right. So what this is saying is each star has their own glory in it, man. The scriptures also say that every star has a name. Think about that, man. As innumerable as the stars are. And so Esau wants to make his own version of things. Okay. So he regards himself as a star. And that's why there's all of this glory and fame. And you have the Hollywood star, but it's a 5-pointed star, which has its own demonic overtones to it. You see. And this movie is basically proof of that, man. All of Hollywood is just a big, it's like the brother said, just a big Babylonian church, man. That's what Hollywood is. So it's no wonder that they have a movie called Babylon that's diving into the history of Hollywood. You see? But going back to Isaiah 14, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. So that he wants to be above the stars. All right. It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right. So you have to understand this is the energy that this guy is coming in, man. And who is this woman, played by Margot Robbie, which I believe she might be a Jake. Brad Pitt as well, too, is in this movie.
That means something. Something more important than life.
Yes. It's written in the stars. I am a star.
You see? You see how this goes? You know? All right, now let's move on. I don't want to make this too long, but you know, this is an important thing to understand, because you got guys that don't even know who the beast is. They don't know what the mark is. They don't know. They don't understand the book of Revelation. And you know, to not to beat on them too much, because the book of Revelation, it is a difficult book to understand. You can't just pick that book up and understand it, man. You know, scriptures say, how can I unless some man guide me? You know, thankfully we have the elders and apostles that were able to get the understanding on these, man, of that seal which was loosed by Yahushua, all right, and ultimately disseminated down to us, beginning with Elijah, you know, who is John the Baptist, who was who we say is ABOMINATIONS today, man. You know, from that whole thing, and it all came down, but only one group is right now is breaking things down accurately, man, 100%. You know, but now let's get to what she's wearing, right? She's dripped in red. Look at, and she's got it. You know, I think there might be silly string or something, but it kind of looks like pearls. You got gold and all of these things on it. Now, let's go to Revelation, the 17th chapter. All right, I'll start at verse 1. It says, "The doom of Babylon." All right, which we know is spiritual Babylon. It says, "And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters," man. So there's talking about a judgment of a whore. Okay, now it's no coincidence that you have in Babylon, the star of this is a woman, man, a blonde-haired woman. All right, with this carefree lifestyle. She's got this not giving a fuck type of attitude. Like, what did she say in the beginning? I just want to have fun all the time. Or something?
If you could go anywhere in the whole world, where would you go?
I always want to be part of something bigger.
I love that answer.
Something that lasts, that means something. Something more important than life.
Yes. It's written in the stars. I am a star. If I had money, I would only spend it on things that were fun, you know? Not boring things like taxes. I'm just one for everyone to party forever.
All right, you see that? You see, if I had money, I would only spend it on basically bullshit. I just want to have fun and party forever. That spirit is in Babylon that was written about, man. All right? Okay, so let's go down to Revelation 17, chapter 2. It says, "With whom the kings of the earth," and by the way, the whore that sitteth upon many waters, the waters represent the nations of people, okay? It says, "With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication." All right, so this is a very intoxicating feeling being around this woman. All right, she's got a way of pulling the worst out of you, okay, extracting money and resources out of you. And brothers may know women like this, man, who will just take all of your money. Before you know it, you're broke, and she's on to the next. All right, that just has this carefree, this idolization of women like Marilyn Monroe, like this image right here. Fucking get it.
What about you?
Sorry.
Yeah, Lord willing, this will be the thumbnail, but you can see this image right here. It's very representative of a carefree woman, basically a whore, you know? And it says, so verse 3, Revelation 17:3, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns." And this is the image you'll see. We have it at the camp. It'll be basically a woman, okay, dressed up on a red beast with the red dragon with 7 heads, man. Okay, it says, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color." All right, scarlet is a red, okay, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. All right. All right. Now, her having a cup in her hand may be a little bit too on the money. All right, but you can see this is a woman who's living a carefree Hollywood lifestyle, man. Now just imagine her dripped with all kind of gold, and she's got a cup in her hand, partying, man. You see? Look. This isn't a coincidence, man. You know? I don't know if I can get to a scene, but
When I first
all right, and then you get to Hollywood and all the witchcraft that goes behind it, and how much propaganda have they spit out from behind the Hollywood scene over the years, huh? All right, it says the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication, man. All right, because that's all Hollywood pushes is fornication, adultery. All right, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. All right, because who is the carry, you know, in video game world, when you get carried, basically, that means somebody on your team was severely outperforming the rest of the team, leading you to victory. Now, who were the carry of this whole Babylonian success, man? It's Jake, all right? And a lot of these so-called Edomite-looking, not Edomite, so-called white people who look like so-called white people are actually Israelites, man. DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, a lot of these guys, Denzel Washington, we even all the way back to the days of Sidney Poitier, man. You know, we've been the one that have made this thing, you know, interesting. All right, where we had the salt, the flavor, and everything, and Esau uses his witchcraft to make it all come to life. You know, but who are the lifeblood of Hollywood? It's the actors, man. All right. And it's mainly Jake that are among the best of them. Okay, nobody can beat us on any form of entertainment, whether it be sports or anything or anything, man. All right, and that's what Babylon is. That's what Hollywood is. All right, drunk, getting nothing but money out of us, man. They'll make $1 billion on a movie, and Jake will get, you know, maybe a couple million, a few million, which is a lot of money, but when you look at how much compared Esau made off of it, it's like, goddamn. It says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, all right? So this is her drunk with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai, all right? Now, we know in actuality, this is talking about Esau, Edom, and America, okay? Which is the whore, which did, you know, untold amounts of atrocities. You know, and you can read the rest of Revelation 17, but I'm gonna skip on over to Revelation 18. All right, because it speaks about all the nations that basically got rich off of America, man. Let me see, Revelation 18. Let me see. I'll just start at 15. It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, all right, talking about Babylon, the whore, all right, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, because this is going to be after this place get hit with nukes, man, all right? Because America, the whore, is America is the whore, okay? That sitteth upon top of the beast. Now notice there's a differentiation between the whore and the beast, although they are part of the same overall system. They are separate, man. Remember, America is going to get a special judgment. Of all of the Edomite nations, America specifically is going to get that judgment. That's why she's characterized as the whore, with a golden cup in her hand, dripped down with all kind of jewels, that which was stolen, by the way. All right. Because America is not even the land of Esau, all right? Neither is Europe, all right? Their lot really is desert land southeast of the Holy Land of Israel, man, as a vassal state, That's where their land is, Mount Seir. Okay, but anyway, verse 16 it says, "And saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls." All right. "For in 1 hour so riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by the sea stood afar off," man. All right. So what's significant about what she's wearing? Not only are these royal clothes, but you can tell that it was stolen from Jake, man. Because what does this represent, really? When you see what she's wearing, we know these represents royal clothes, but when you go and read, let me go back. Okay, so I just typed in purple and scarlet here, okay? Now you can see when you read Exodus 39, the Lord commanded Moses to command the children of Israel to make an ephod for the high priest, okay? Aaron and the sons of Aaron, all right, for the priestly duties that would be carried out, man. Now, when you look at what these were made of, all right, going to Exodus 39:1, it says, "And of the blue and the purple and scarlet they made cloths of service to do service in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron as the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses." All right, and he made the ephod of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. Now, when you read, what is the whore? What was the whore dripped in, man? Revelation 18:16, "And saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls." All right. Now, when you read all of Exodus 39, you'll see that not only were the high priests were wearing these colors, but they had the ephod made of gold, and it had precious stones in it, man. One each stone representing the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and it was made out of pure gold. All the fastenings of it were made of gold. All right. So when you see was like, well, this is a whore now, right? Drunk off the blood of the saints, wearing their shit. It's like when you see a nigga that like in that movie Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy, he gets out of the car and they get robbed. And later on they see a nigga later down the line wearing their shit, man. The nigga had all kind of gold toothbrushes. That's the whore, man. She got caught red-handed, you know, with all of our shit, because they took all of the land from Gad. They took all of the precious resources in South America, you know, because nothing Esau owned, he bought fair and square, man. Okay. So this whore has basically got caught wearing the shit she stole, man. And Esau wants to just do things on the left-hand side as well, too. That's why it says, "For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught," man, because you stole everything, man. And everything belongs to the Israelites anyway. So this is very spiritual on what she's wearing, okay? Which is what the Lord commanded to the high priest. And these were, when you read Exodus 39, a lot of precious things were made, man. It's not just the ephod, but you'll see that it's the Ark of the Covenant, the rod of Moses, the mercy seat, all of these precious gold vessels that eventually got stolen because we were wicked, all right? You know, the breastplate, the staves, you know? That's what was going on here, man. All right, now I'll skip on over because I want to show you what was another bit of information that they share, which is when this movie comes out. It comes out on Christmas. Now, what's the significance of Christmas, man? So I'm gonna go to Wikipedia here. This is Zagmuk. All right. Now Zagmuk is a high holy day of Babylon. All right. It says Zagmuk, which literally means beginning of the year, is a Mesopotamian festival celebrating the new year. The feast fell in December and lasted about 12 days. Okay. Does that sound familiar? 12 days in December. you have something in America called the 12 Days of Christmas. Now, they add the word Christian there to try to make it correlate to Yahweh Shai, basically. But it has nothing to do with Yahweh Shai. All right? That term Christ is a Greek word, meaning goes back to the anointed. So it's a title if it's anything. But it's not Hebrew. That's not his title. His name is Hamashiach. His title is Hamashiach. It's one of his titles, okay? But you have something called the 12 Days of Christmas. Now, you see this, Zakmuk, is basically a feast day that lasts 12 days in December. So this is where Esau gets it from, man. This is what he's got you celebrating. This is what he got you singing in a church. The 12 Days of Christmas. It says it celebrates the triumph of Marduk, the patron deity of Babylon, all right, over the forces of chaos symbolized in latter times by Tiamat. All right, so you see the correlation here, and when they're releasing this movie, all right, which is on Christmas. You see, so this is very highly spiritual, man. All right, now this is the brother's elder brother video from Dallas from a while back. I would encourage brothers to go find this. It was on the GMS Sharmath. Hollywood is a Babylonian church full of idols and witchcraft. Okay, so watch that video. It's about an hour long, and be edified, man.
And all of these various different things, including orgies, all right, are associated with idol worship. Okay, and the behavior in Hollywood, all right, is a result of heavy demonic activity, all right, which goes on, all right, and the entrance, as you can see here, all right, is a Babylonian wall, all right, and I went to this article that I found, and I'll read a little bit of it, all right, and we're gonna go into this thing of Hollywood, which has destroyed the souls of many of our people who seek to try to get the fame, all right, that is already promised to them, but they trying to get it on the left-hand side. They're trying to get it before, all right, it's given unto them. They don't want to go through the humiliation.
Skip a little bit of this.
The opposite. It says Rome, where Hollywood really comes from. All right, and
all right, I watched this video too, Lord's will. It's got a lot of views, even back then. Okay, so you get a little bit more insight of how Hollywood and Babylon it's all connected. All right, now we showed you the festival of Zakmuk and how that's related to so-called Christmas. All right, we showed you how Babylon is basically synonymous in the scriptures with America, that whore that's spoken about in Revelation, and Hollywood is basically the church. They're the prophets of Esau on the left-hand side. They're the ones feeding you everything. That's why a lot of these news people, all right, these anchors on CNN, all these other, they're failed actors, man, because it's just another arm of Esau's church preaching to you, okay, telling you things before they happen, and then you before you know it, you're brainwashed, you're under a spell, okay? Now I went and I looked up this is called Hollywood and Highland, okay? Let me refresh this. Okay, this is Google Maps. You can do the street view. Okay, Hollywood and Highland is a big mall. This is where the Oscars are held every single year. They hold the Oscars here, man. All right, and they just announced $100 million renovation last year. Okay, but you can see when you walk into this mall, just like the elder brother said, you can see it's a giant homage to Babylon, man. This is in Hollywood. All right, this is the main Hollywood mall in Highland, off Highland Road. And you can see you got the elephants up here, all right? You got the lions and all of these different things. And when you look into Babylonian culture, this is basically what you see. This is a big Babylonian wall. It's basically paying homage to Babylon, all right? Now, what Esau will tell you is that this is from a movie called Intolerance that was written about a very wicked Edomite, a very racist, wicked Edomite. In 1915, he made a film called Intolerance. All right, now that guy it's the same guy who wrote the movie Birth of a Nation, which glorified the Ku Klux Klan coming in and taking out Jake, man. The same guy that did that movie of the Ku Klux Klan made this movie called Intolerance, and he made a wall just like this in that movie. And this is Hollywood paying homage to it, man. You see? They're glorifying this guy. Now, they announced since then they're taking down the elephants. Not the wall, but the elephants. Because of its quote-unquote racist past now. Because the scriptures say his children shall seek to please the poor. But everyone comes around and wants to be part of that Hollywood, get that Hollywood buzz. They want to run into a star out here, you know? You got the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I pulled up an article on it here in the LA Times, did an article. The Hollywood and Highland elephants are coming down, a rejection of D.W. Griffith's racist legacy. All right. Now you can see, read here, they're dismantling it from that movie that he made called Intolerance here, okay? That came out in 1916. All right, so it says Griffith, the son of a Confederate Army colonel, directed the blockbuster 1915 film, The Birth of a Nation. So this was a blockbuster film. So that tells you this is a very popular film, The Birth of a Nation. It says, which lionized the Ku Klux Klan. So it just shows you Esau's full of shit, man. Okay? He's a hypocrite. All right? You can read the rest of this article to get more edification out of this, man. But, you know, ultimately, man, this is a sign that this thing is getting ready to go down, man. You know? The Lord is getting ready to do away with this place, man. So I know this is a bit of a longer lesson, but I just wanted to say a few words on that, man. And Lord willing, it was edifying. I'll end it there. And put comments down, man, on your thoughts, man. Any precepts you have in the comment section, man. So with that, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rachak Wadash Wa Abba Babal Shalom.